everyone and welcome. We are playing another Premodern Contraption League today. For those of you who are watching this, this will be the first one that goes on the YouTube channel. We have been playing this deck to varying levels of success. Generally we go 4-1 in a league and have a difficult time getting a trophy so far. Usually we'll end up losing to some random combo deck or something that's just generally hard to board against, and that's just because Premodern is such a wide array of decks. The format is very broad. You can play a lot of different things and still do pretty well. So what this deck is White Lightning. So the idea is there have been various videos on the White Lightning deck. Originally, the White Lightning deck was playing the White Ball Lightning, which was Waylay, which is 2 and a white for an instant that puts 3 2/2 white knight tokens into play. And you have to sacrifice them at the end of your turn, but the way the rules worked back then is that they were not sacrificed until the end of the next turn, so you could play them. And basically it was a white ball lightning. You'd play them on the end of your opponent's turn, and then on your turn you would untap with a bunch of 2/2s in play. So eventually what the deck morphed into is this white weenie build that has fast mana with Ancient Tombs and City of Traitors. So a deck creator, J.P. Meyer from I think built this list back in 2001, back in Type 1.5. Originally it played for Battle Screech, for Exalted Angel, and for Savannah Lions, for Armageddon, for Tanglewire, and some other creatures. Eventually, like Masticore and so forth. Eventually the deck morphed into what became known in Legacy as Angel Stompy. And that was when the edition, so basically Mirrodin came around. Briefly, people had access to Skull Clamp, which is nuts with Battle Screech, but that got banned pretty quickly. So people were playing Mask of Memories, I think, which basically draws 2 and discards 1 when this creature connects. And it was also playing things like Jite and Sword of Fire and Ice. All these lists have in common playing 4 Parallax Wave. So basically, having the soul lands with the planes, like you play kind of like a white weenie deck, but you also have a better mid-range plan. You can deploy early power. Generally, the deck works really well in this format because there are a lot of blue decks that can't deal with you deploying early power, and then you can disrupt them later on to keep what you have on the board. And so other kind of things that I've added to the deck that have helped it are cards like Haunted Angel, where it's 2 and a white for a 3/3 flyer. While it has a pretty big bad downside of when it dies, your opponent gets a 3/3 Black Angel creature token. Generally, this is only a downside against red and black decks, which aren't super popular in the meta, and still you have lots of ways to deal with the Angel creature token with Parallax Wave or swords if you need to. Other things I've added lately are like Karmic Guide, which adds back an Exalted Angel, or you can Parallax Wave your Karmic Guide before it echoes out, and you can get another trigger later. We still have Wave Combo in there with Aura Silence and Disenchants. It's a little bit more with the Disenchants. The reason why I'm not running Seal is I've just gotten destroyed by Stifle too many times, when if I just had a Disenchant instead, it would have been much better. Cards that have not been as impressive as time has gone on is like Battle Screech. So we started out with 3, we've eventually made our way down to 2. I don't know if I'll ever cut them because the synergy between Soltari Champion and Battle Screech is just so good. With Soltari Champion buffing all the other creatures when he attacks, and just having a bunch of evasive critters is generally very good in this format, which is what I discovered when I started playing Soltari Priest. So yeah, the idea is basically you just play a bunch of evasive critters. We try to get our opponent's life total down fast pretty quickly, and then we have disruptive elements to help either protect our pieces or help keep them from killing us until we can seal the victory. Sideboard wise, mostly this is after playing a lot of games with this deck and figuring out what its weaknesses are. We've experimented a lot with the red cards. Crimson Acolyte has turned out to be very good. Initially it started out as a rule of law or absolute law. Yeah, absolute law, which is all creatures gain pro red. So instead we play that card ended up being unimpressive because mostly I wanted another creature in that slot. I didn't want to cut back on too many creatures, and having a pro-red creature that gives other creatures pro-red ended up being very good. Sphere Law has been absolutely insane. We can power it out on turn 3. It just basically shuts down their ground plan, it shuts down their hand plan. It's just very, very good. Extra Aura of Silences for like your Replenish matchups, your Dreadnought matchups, your Enchantress matchups. Cleansing Meditation is basically just for Enchantress. It can be run against Replenish as well in combination with Tormod's Crypts in both of those matchups. The matchup has been pretty bad without these, but now post-board is leading to pretty good. So these have been clutch. Tsabo's Web, I found out really early on that one of the weaknesses of this deck is Rishon Import, so Tsabo's Web has really helped with that. And then Cursed Totem has mainly been an addition to dying to random combo decks, such as Phyrexian Devourer combo or Alurin or these types of decks, so it can be pretty crucial. Notable exclusions. Initially we had Armageddon, and then it was Cataclysm, and then Armageddon moved to the board. The matchups where I was bringing it in, we generally already had a pretty good matchup against them, so eventually I just kind of determined that we probably just didn't need the card at all. So that was one thing. I'm not playing Tangle Wire. The issue with Tangle Wire is generally, unless you're playing 4 Battle Screeches, you can get trapped under it sometimes. And it's just not as good for you as it would be maybe in older builds of the deck, so we haven't been playing that card. Cards that used to be in the sideboard that are no longer are Glow Rider. Glow Rider had been really good, but just lately it hadn't been as impressive, and so instead I'm playing cards like Cleansing Meditation, which has been better in the Enchantress matchup overall, even though Glow Rider was pretty sick. Generally you had to draw a combination of Glow Rider plus Armageddon. So yeah, this is the deck. We're going to run a event here, or a league rather, and we're just going to go ahead and run it. So we'll go ahead and join. And hopefully we can get the 5-0 this time, but I'll settle for another 4-1 since generally we come ahead on play points with that, and we can just keep snowballing into more leagues. Assuming they keep these things going for a while, which I hope they do. I've been having a lot of fun playing these leagues, and just being able to pick it up any time of day, not having to coordinate in matches over Facebook or just playing random pickup games against whatever decks. Like, everyone's generally bringing a deck that they feel like to be good. They're not just messing around. While some people are, everyone's generally playing a little bit better, a little bit tighter, and a little bit more tuned lists in these. So I've enjoyed the challenge of them. So we will see how we do. I think the queue time has been about 2 minutes for a match. I don't think I've had to wait more than 3 minutes. And it really depends on the time of day you're playing as well. So around this time there are generally more players. Like if you play at 4 a.m. you're probably going to be waiting a while for a match. But I haven't had to wait too long. I'm not exactly sure how it works if it pairs you against, like if you are just starting a league, if it's going to start you play put you against people who have also just started the league. If you're 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, it's going to put you against light players or at least similarly ranked players in the league. I'm assuming that's how it works, but I haven't looked into the details. We've played against a fair number of these people. I think we played against Wizard 1 yesterday. I think I lost to him on Dreadnought. Martin, we beat him on Dreadnought last week. Dr. Suisse, I played against him once or twice. And Soup Smoker. So I played against most of these people, usually like in the later stages of the league. But you know, hopefully we can best one of them and get that trophy. Now, depending on how late these matches go, generally I'm probably spending about 4 to 6 minutes per game, 15-ish minutes per round, so these can go pretty quickly. But depending on how late it goes, I might have to break this video up a little bit, so I will take the plays. This is pretty good. I don't do anything on turn 1, but I've returned 2 into a turn 3 play, and I can put a lot of power on the board, so we'll keep that, and I have some disruption. I don't think I've played against this player before. Okay, so in our main phase, we'll play Plains, and we'll say go. Next turn, we'll play Plains, play Priest. Turn 3, we'll play Battle Screech. Unless they're present colors that have a board wipe, we will probably just go ahead and turn 3 try to Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech. Especially if they're on red, because just swarming the board with a bunch of critters is just pretty good against them. So green, this is even better of a strategy. They pretty much can't do anything to stop this, so we're just going to play this. So playing green, he could be on the rock. He could be on some kind of survival shenanigans. He could be on Enchantress, but I doubt he's on Enchantress with what I've seen so far. Maybe he's on Stompy? Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and run this out. We're just going to put max pressure. So while we're not doing 2 damage this turn, we're going to set ourselves up to do 6 damage next turn. And I doubt he's going to be able to do anything about this, and all my creatures evade. And next turn I can deploy Soltari Champion and have swords, or Disenchant for his whatever. If he plays Tangle Wire this turn, okay, so he loses. Okay, so maybe he's on Stompy? I don't think he's on Elves. That wouldn't be an opening I would see from Elves. So if he is on Stompy, maybe these won't do anything, these won't do anything. These are the 4 main cards I'm thinking about bringing in. And if he's on green, he's probably playing some number of walls, or at least big guys I'm not going to be able to get through. Evasion's going to be huge here. So I think I probably want these for his Mana Dorks as well, Tsabo's Web for his utility lands, any man lands, which are commonly played in green. So far we know 2 cards in his, we know 1 card in his deck and his forced. So we'll see if this gets there. hand is pretty terrible, so we're going to mulligan that. This hand is much better. So what we'll do, since we have the potential to turn 3 wave, which I think is going to be more important in this matchup, we might actually pitch swords. I think we might actually throw back swords. As crazy as it sounds, I think it's fine. All my creatures evade. I don't think I care about his turn 1 birds, and I have wave for later. So he goes swords, or forest birds, forest elves, something. I don't know. Forest elf. So we're just going to go plains, go. I think next turn we go Ancient Tomb, Morph, and then next turn Parallax Wave. So he has a 2-drop. We're just going to face down this. Maybe we just flip. Maybe we just flip next turn, because I don't think he can deal with a flipped angel. He might be able to play Mastercore this turn. I just supremely don't think I care about that. So he is playing Stop E. Okay, so we were right. Okay, so wave is just going to be pretty busted here. And here comes Tanglewire. Blaster. Okay. So wave does nothing against that. We can block and eat. I like that. So let's actually still play the wave. Let's just go ahead and eat his Lana Elves, and then we'll block, and then we'll eat our Angel, and then we'll get it flipped when the wave dies. And then next turn we can play Haunted Angel and basically do the same thing. And basically, in a way, Parallax Wave is dealing with Blastoderm since it doesn't have Trample. Really, Tanglewire is just our biggest fear here. If he does Tanglewire, then he gets a Blastoderm out of it, but then I'm also tapped out. So he'll get to put me. Yeah, Tanglewire's pretty good here. Okay, so tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna go to 2. I cannot tap Ancient Tomb again. If he plays another creature, I get my Angel back a turn sooner. Yeah, Blastoderm is a great answer to Parallax Wave, by the way. Play another creature, please? No. Okay. So 3. Now if I draw a soul land, I could actually go, or I could play a morph. Actually, hang on. So I think I just bank on drawing planes here. A mana source. Come on, deck. A. Yeah, I think now we have it tied up. I don't think he can get out of this, because I can block, remove the last counter, and then I untap with 2 Exalted Angels. Another Blaster Jar, maybe? Okay, Ravenous Bailoff I don't care about. Don't care about that either. He's going to try to go wide. I'll block. Just make sure we don't misclick. It's fine to go to 3 here. And we just pass. I don't know if I should have tapped out because potentially he could deploy another Tangle Wire, and then I tap these, but I think it's still okay. Can't exactly attack enemy. Okay, you still can't exactly attack enemy. So you can answer 1 angel just with him, really? I'm going to double block because I want to gain 10 life. Or 8 life. I can math. It's fun. So no matter what, we're going to leave 2 up. Let's play another angel. He has double Rancor. but I can surprise him with the Disenchant. He's almost out of gas. I think he's going to try to attack in with Rancor again, and then I'll block and Disenchant. Like trying to make it a 5-1 to trade up my Angel. I have a feeling that's what he's going to try to do based on previous play patterns I've seen from him. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So we'll declare blockers. We'll say, okay. Now we're going to disenchant one of these. And now he's going to lose his Exalted, or he's going to lose his Monarch. Now, a bit more of a cushion. But now I can, pretty sure I can raise this 5-4. Swords wouldn't be bad here. Karmic God. Oh, that's really good. So we're just going to attack for 4. Actually, do we send all? We send 2. No. Yeah, we put him on a 2-turn clock. He can't kill me. This is the play. Well, game 2 was a little bit longer than an average game. I think we could have probably played it a little bit better, but he also played into a lot of my stuff and made some attacks I don't think he should have. But we got there. Okay, so we'll play one more for this video. And I'll try to upload this tonight. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's get into round 2, see how this goes. Hopefully there will be a little bit more back and forth with the other games. Alright. This hand kind of sucks. But it has the potential to be very good. It has 4 mana. It has a turn 2 play, and it has swords. I guess goblins, this hand is great. If it's not goblins, this hand sucks. This hand's pretty good against red, too. We'll keep it. Not what we wanted to see. Maybe he goes turn 2 Dreadnought, and then we swords, and then we untap and swords again. He hopefully doesn't just have it all. Okay, so now we're gonna bait out the. Just start. Let's actually play Savannah Lions. So he thinks that we're a good Magic player, and that we've been playing around days. I kind of like this. So if he plays something We can still swords it. Okay, so that totally changes everything. This means this matchup is amazing for us. We're just going to attack. There's so much stuff going on here that he can't deal with. He's going to have to swords this. Or counterspell it, rather. I mean, I think he's on some kind of parfait style deck. I just don't see how he gets out of this. So I think this turn we play Haunted Angel, and then next turn we play Karmic Guide, getting back Haunted Angel. So we actually, we don't care that he counters it, because next turn we're just going to bring it back with the Karmic Guide. Now if he has double counter, that's going to be a blowout. But he pretty much has to counter this, because I'm just putting way too much pressure way too fast on board. And I mean, these colors, he doesn't really have, like he has Chain of Vapor. Keg's not going to get there. Okay, so he's playing Turbo, Horn, whatever. This is fine. Now I have all the gas, and I don't think he's going to survive very long. So draw a card. Go to Savannah Lions. Attack everything. He's on a 2-turn clock. We'll deploy this. And we'll see what he does. He has to leave up a treetop to block with. It's fine. He hasn't really assembled a combo yet. He's just spinning the wheels right now. I don't care about that. You're still dead. So hopefully a Parallax Wave. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. I don't think their deck plays counter spells. Okay, I was wrong. It's kind of annoying. I'll pretty much swords whatever he owes into play. Do you have a way to sacrifice this? Fuck this creature. I mean, you activate. So what 3 cards do you want? Time Warp. Let's see what he's got. He wants Time Warp, Gush, and Counterspell maybe? Or Time Warp, Intuition, and Counterspell. He's going to target Time Warp, Gush, or Time Warp, Gush, and count, and one other card. Have another one. So I guess he only has one copy in his deck? Or it's in his hand? I'm kind of at a loss. I mean, I know what his ultimate plan is, and the ultimate plan of his deck is to chain together Time Warps with that card. Why he wouldn't have triggered Oath last turn, unless he only has one of the guy in his deck, it just perplexes me. Yeah, so I guess he only has one. So what's your win here? Hope to get there with Treetop or deck yourself? I just don't understand. Does he have a Morphling in his deck? Because the Priest will get there. Another wave off the top will be devastating if that's the case. There's some line that he's just going for. I just don't know what it is. And the line involves drawing an ass of cards. Intuition for your last 14 cards? Okay, another Horn of Greed. These are mandatory draw triggers. And now I'm seeing a lot of cards. Well, so I think we just... because then he just taps 3 to prevent all combat damage. So let's just leave up our Savannah Lions again. There's no reason not to. We just attack with the... Yeah, so we can make him blow this piece. How many more of those does he have? 1, 2, 3. So he still has a few turns, but he's got a lot of cards to draw. I don't think I want the Karmic Guide just yet. I don't think I want to let him know about the Karmic Guide. I don't really need it. What are you digging for, my guy? Does he just want to deck himself? Okay, so he's getting back Time Warp and... I don't think he can loot Time Warps. He can do it a couple of times, but I have enough blockers to where I can stave off life swings for a few turns. And we just double block one of them. This will make things supremely difficult for him. Maybe we should have played the... You have to draw. So you have to play your land. I'm assuming he has another Time Warp. So he deals me 6. So I take 6, 12, got a 2. Well, this has been a supremely annoying way to die. Well, we'll make him run the clock down. could hit yes in the middle of the rest of your deck and then die on your draw step. That would be cool. Alright, let's go to sideboard. So, Tsabo's Web and Cursed Totem seem excellent, as does Tormod's Crypt. Don't care about that. Another. That's a lot of cards for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Savannah Lions into Oath seems mopey. I don't hate Swords here, because it's still very annoying for him. Likewise, Wave is pretty annoying. Any of my evasion guys are pretty annoying. I don't know if I like Karmic guy does a whole bunch here. Battle Screech can be a hell of a clock. I don't think Mom is that important here. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we cut 4 Savannah Lions, 2 Mom, and 2 Karmic Guide for all this interaction. It just fucks his deck. We'll keep. Put back. These 2. Okay, so we'll play Plains. Next turn we'll play Haunted Angel, and then we'll have a Disenchant for his. Oath, if he plays it. I think we just hold that. You get triple oath. Okay. So draw 3. So now he tries to Oath. Maybe he wants Oath with Counterspell backup. Did he have a land to play this turn? Okay, he did. So that's a pretty good Time Warp. Not a bad Time Warp, it's pretty good. So Oath now? Okay, another one. I think mostly I just want... So hear me out. If I play... Okay, so this actually effectively answers Oath, so I could use this elsewhere. Also, so if he starts stringing together Time Warps next turn, he can deal me... I think I just need to put up Lethal and see what he does. Because I have a lot of answers. Now he could Time Warp me. I don't really have any responses. He really has to start chaining together some Time Warps. So we can keg to 1. So he has to get keg to 3 to really do anything here. Kegs. I mean, I imagine he has... So I need to bank on him having some number of moments peace for the next attack, because he's going to save those up. So what he might do, if he doesn't Time Warp again, then he'll bank on having moments peace. Yeah, he def 100%, unless he Time Warps here. Then moments peace. We'll see what we draw. That's a pretty good one. I'm wondering if I should have Tormod's Crypt there. That's pretty good. We have Disenchant? It's fine. You know? I mean, how are you going to get through this treetop? That's my question. Or get through my Parallax Wave. Okay. That will do it. This has been a bit of an annoying way to die. I will not die to my own angel token. Yeah. So like I said, usually we will lose to some random deck that we weren't prepared for. The mode of 5 on game 2, that was kind of tough. It wasn't a bad mode of 5, but this is better. Throwback planes. Yeah, sorry I wasn't very talkative. I wasn't doing a lot of gameplay there. Yeah, so this was a 5 hand. It's got a great curve. I can do everything. Haunted Angel is kind of abysmal here, so we're just going to swing. We're not going to play that. We're going to play Parallax Wave on turn 2. We're going to swing this into his Grim Lava Man. And then next turn we'll play Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave essentially shuts off ball. At least for a few turns. Seal's fine. So it's important that I play Parallax Wave next turn. Because the main thing to do is ball. Yeah. Oof, what a terrible draw. Switch up. Okay. So play that. Attack in again. That's fine. You can ball if you want to. Okay. So we'll play Aura of Silence. And then we'll pop it on his upkeep. Hopefully we can draw planes here so we don't have to take another hit from Ancient Tomb. Now that is a pretty good dang draw. So let's actually just cast this. Level 11. If he doesn't answer it this turn, then I'll play Aura. And either way, I flip. Also can answer. May have fucked this up. Fortunately, he fucked it up too. Okay, so he has Fire Blast in hand. Or he has a Shock. Yeah, okay. So he's come in. These come in. These fucking sucked. When I drew them. I think I'm fine with Lions. Mom's obviously good. I think 3 Disenchant effects is fine. Battle Screech is great. Karmic is a baller. I don't think I care too much about Tsabo's Web. Cursed Totem shuts off. I don't know if I mean, I do care about Lava Man, but I think just having swords is enough. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll be on the play. Hopefully we don't have to mulligan aggressively. Better. Keep. We'll throw back. I think it's Wave. That was tough. Mom is a must answer for him, so he has to do something about Mom. And he mold to 6, so this basically puts him on a mold of 5. If we draw land next turn, we just play land pass. So then we play. Yeah, we just really need a land off the top. Okay, so Lava Man's fine. So then we attack into Lava Man, and then we play Sphere. And then we just buy time until we can deploy Karmic. Take 4. It's fine. Oh, what a fucking godlike draw. Okay, so we attack for 2. And then we actually... Let's wait to cast this, because then if he answers it, then we can always Karmic Guide it back. Thinking. There's 3 cards in hand. I don't know if I can actually wait a turn. Okay, so this is great now. Yeah. Doubt he's going to be able to put together enough to deal with this. I will pay that on my upkeep. Okay. Yeah, that's too much for him. Okay, so now... Battle Screech is fine. But that's all it is, it's just fine. It does block all of his guys. I don't think I want to drop more creatures, so I think I'm just going to run it back. Another excellent opener. Yeah, so I mean, if we rip Soulman, then this is sick. We go turn 1 Savannah Lions, turn 2 face down. Well, really, we don't have Karmic Guide, so we actually try to run out the Parallax Wave and protect this Exalted. We're on the draw, so we're still a turn behind on his first ball. Unless we just rip swords or something. Mine's better. Okay, so that changes things quite a bit. So this makes him use a burn spell. Let's see, did he mull? Okay, so he started on 6. Okay, so he's gonna probably kill this, attack him for 2. Yeah. Just gotta start drawing lands. Okay, it's a good start. 2 cards left in hand. If he plays, maybe he'll play Vortex. Vortex would be ideal. Not ball. Not ball. Not, ah. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Let's make you answer this. If he has like Fire Blast Bolt in his hand, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so now we have time. Center. Play one more land off the top. Vortex. I don't think that works the way you think it does. Okay. I don't think he knows how Sphere Ball works. I guess he's playing Anarchy. I don't think he has a way to get out of this now. If I connect with this Angel once, he's goner. Okay. It's 2 to me. Ball. Go to 2. Go back to 6. That is a pretty good one. I think the main thing is I just want to protect this Angel. Like if he draws Bolt plus Lava Man, it's going to be pretty bad. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. So far we're 2-1. As is always, we lost to random deck. And game 1 we got, or round 1 we got against Beefcake, which was an easy 2-0, and then round 2 was against Turboland's Oath. And we couldn't get there in time. He was able to assemble too much of the combo. Debatably should have probably deployed the Disenchant earlier. I think he just took out Oath's game 2, so I was just like a little baited into holding my Disenchant, so kudos to him for doing that and kind of like baiting me into holding my Disenchants too long. And then game 3 was a well-played match against Red, and but our sideboard cards ended up getting us there. So great games. I'll post the rest of the league later, but that'll be all for tonight. All right, have a good night, y'all.